Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this wonderful little video I'm gonna upload on the channel today. There's a lot of shit going on in the wrestling community in the last couple of days, actually the last week or so, since the fucking AEW Double or Nothing came out on April 25th, or May 25th, excuse me, and just a whole bunch of shit has run out since the Monday Night Raw episode to respond back to the AEW pay-per-view and just so many other things. And just WWE not changing their scenario, changing what they're doing, having any kind of showing any kind of effort in caring about this product. And one thing that has been brought up this week and has been discussed on other YouTube channels about the conspiracy theory by Vince Russo that WWE is partnering in a partnership with AEW. And supposedly, I haven't seen this video yet by Vince Russo. I'm definitely going to check it out later on this weekend just to see what he had to say. His explanations of why he thinks that is the case, where he's coming up with this idea or theory that this could be a possibility. This is a partnership. Now, granted, AEW being name dropped on fucking Monday Night Raw was a bit surprising. I honestly don't think that either one of these two companies should be saying diggly shit about each other. They're in competition. If you're mentioning something about a company on your channel, on your own fucking show, that's going to drive people's attention to want to look at the other company that you're talking about. Like, for example, going ahead and you're bringing up about the fucking Impact Wrestling, Ring of Honor, New Japan Wrestling. People that aren't familiar with them may actually take an interest in going to take a look at it and see what it's like. They might gain fans that are your fans. Why would you want to have your fans being interested in other companies? They're your competition. Yes, you are kicking their fucking ass amazingly, but at the same time, they're your competition. And nonetheless, should you ever be name dropping fucking AEW, who's as rich as you are, if not richer? So, let's go into what I think is going on here. Because I think there's a small smidge of a conspiracy going on. But I honestly don't believe it's something to do with AEW and WWE being in cahoots with each other. I honestly feel that this is Vince McMahon's going out party. He's doing whatever the fuck he wants. He don't give a fuck what anyone thinks. He thinks the whole wrestling community is a bunch of fucking idiots. He don't like the crowd. He don't like the people. He don't like the people that likes his product and people that want to see it get better. He don't care for wrestling fans. That's why he's invested he's taking millions of dollars out of the stocks of WWE and investing it into the XFL and putting more into it this time than he did back in 2000. That is what's going on here. He wants to be... He's tired of being looked at as a joke. I think he feels that wrestling is being looked at as a fucking joke. And he thinks the audience that goes to see these shows are losers. He don't like us as professional wrestling fans. Which, by the way, I find that very amusing when at one time he showed a lot of interest and gave the audience what they wanted. We as people, myself growing up watching it, I'm a 31-year-old man. And I've been watching WWE since I was 5, and I know there's millions upon millions of other people in the same position as me that has been favoring and being a fan, and a loyal fan at that, watching his product. This is a going out party for Vince McMahon. And what I mean by a going out party, it means not giving a fuck, being lazy, doing whatever, making a mockery of his talent because he probably doesn't think much of the talent either. And if you don't believe me, go back and watch the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast they had the very first time ever. I think it was back in 2014 or 2015 with Vince McMahon, and he will go on to say he doesn't see the same aspirations and desire that guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, The Rock, and other people like them during the Attitude Era had. Now, he's asking for something like that. He's asking for a guy that's gonna change the industry, gonna make a difference, and do something great. Well, here's the thing. When you strip of everybody's creativity, and you don't allow them to be themselves amplified, like they're on steroids or something, only with their personality, and let them just be them with it being overblown, then you will get what you're looking for. You want people to be happy working for the company, having the goals and aspirations to be the absolute best, yet you constrict them and handcuff them to doing that. Guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, and Triple H being the three main factors of the Attitude Era, and taking that and not giving it to the guys in the future is why your company sucks, Vince. It's that simple. There shouldn't be no restrictions. It should be anything goes. No holds barred. As long as it flows into the TV rating, which is PG. There shouldn't be a lot of cussing. It should be approvable. It should be something approved for the audience as a family as a whole to be able to watch together. Have the kids be able to watch it and all that. But have some aggression. Where is the ruthless aggression? That was something I loved what Vince McMahon said. Where is ruthless aggression? Sorry, I'm just got a bad tickle in my throat and I'm coughing. Where's the ruthless aggression? Where is the heart, the drive, the want, the need? There isn't. There is no more need or desire by Vince McMahon. That's the real problem here. So he's looking for an out. That's what I believe he's doing. He's looking for an out to get rid of this product, give it to somebody else. Because he doesn't care to have it no more. That's why he's investing millions of dollars into the XFL. He wants to sell this fucking company. That is what he wants to do. I mentioned this last week on one of my videos. I said that he is planning on selling the fucking company. A journalist asked him and said, would you consider, with things going on, now that you're investing your time in the XFL as well, that you're looking into possibly selling the selling the WWE? And he says, we're open for business on that. People, open your eyes. The man don't care about us. He don't care about his talent. He don't even care about the fucking writers of all people. The only thing he cares about is himself. I don't even think he gives a fuck about the rest of his family. And I'm not going to go that far because I think that's downright a little bit rude for me to say. But I read Cage Side Seats today. No, it was Forbes.com. And they go on to mention that even Shane, Stephanie, and Triple H, all three of them, his children, Triple H being his son-in-law of all people, are very frustrated with him. Triple H, most importantly, is frustrated with him. And I know why Triple H feels very frustrated. Because Triple H is putting a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and applying a lot what he learned from the Attitude Era and putting it into a TV PG product and making it successful. What he has done with NXT is what WWE needs to be. A wrestling show. It doesn't need to be ashamed to be called professional wrestling. It's still sports entertainment, but it's in the wrestling industry, the wrestling business. And even though back in the day when Ted Turner says, "Hey Vince, I'm in the wrestling business now, how do you like that?" Vince responds with, "Well, I'm not in the wrestling business. I'm in the sports entertainment business." Buddy, you were still providing us wrestling. It was as if you weren't saying, "I'm ashamed of professional wrestling." Now, as time has gone on, he is slowly but surely showing us that he despises professional wrestling. He doesn't like professional wrestling. And that's pretty sad coming from a guy who really showed a lot of passion and a lot of heart and gave us a lot of great memories from back in the day when we were kids. And now, as we're all adults, except for the newer viewers who are kids watching this shit, they're given the idea that this is a cool shit. This is cool. And I guarantee you, he's not striking all those young children either. Because I was one of those young children during the WCW, WWF Monday Night Wars. And until they came along in 1997 with the Attitude Era, I was watching WCW with Hulk Hogan, Sting, Ric Flair, Lex Luger, and all them because they provided me a wrestling show. Now, granted, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Diesel, and Bob Backlund provided that wrestling sports entertainment feel to it. The rest of the characters were all a bunch of fucking dumbasses with weirded out wrestling names, lame gimmicks, all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, and The Undertaker's another one. He had a great gimmick and he gave me this professional wrestling type feel. So, out of all the bunch, Undertaker was the best, besides Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. So, that's the deal. There's no wrestling feel to this show. It's right back to where it was in the mid-90s when they were falling apart to WCW, only they're even worse than what they are now. Than what they were back then, excuse me. I had to think about what I just said. I meant that they are worse now than they were back then. That is a sad statement. So you're telling me all this shit that you did all these years was just a bunch of bullshit to survive in a fucking company? To have a company survive, now all of a sudden you don't care no more? What about your father? What about your history, your family history? All the years and sweat, blood, and tears that you put into doing all this shit. You just throw it away like it's a lump of garbage. I'm pretty much reiterating what I said in my whatever video that was last week. But it's true. He's taking everything his father and himself and his family have done to make this company successful, and now he's dumping it like it's a hot rock piece of shit, and he's ashamed of it. And I don't understand why. I really don't. How can you go for so many years and despise this shit? Give it to the people that are doing well, and that's Triple H with the NXT. Or fuck, just copy off of what he's doing and do it. I honestly think that Vince McMahon has I think he's going through Alzheimer's. I really think there's a psychological problem going on with Vince McMahon in his head. I really do. Not to mention a fucking ego the size of a universe. I mean, he's got an ego so fucking big, it's probably ridiculous. And you take all what he was back in the day with that ego and mixing it with fucking old age syndrome, and you got a fucking serious ass problem. I think that's where the major issue is with WWE. Or it's just Vince McMahon doesn't give a flying fuck about nothing, and he just wants to sell the company and get rid of it altogether, wipe his hands of it, and call it a day. And AEW's that company he could sell it to. Because there's a guy coming up who's young, fresh, new, has a lot of knowledge about it, has a lot of a strong following and backup by a lot of major name wrestlers and players in the wrestling industry, and really want to see change in professional wrestling and do something that's been unprecedented. So maybe he feels at this point, what the fuck do I gotta deal with this shit no more? I don't have to be on the top of the totem pole. I can go ahead and just sell it off, make a lot of money, because that's all I really fucking care at this point. If you don't believe the comments I'm saying, look at what he's been doing with this company. He's giving us horrible programming, yet making a lot of money and making all these business deals with Fox and fucking the Saudi Arabian government. And probably some other business deals I haven't heard about yet either, or researched. But it doesn't even really matter about his financial end. Fantastic. Good for you. You're making tons of fucking money while you make everyone else around you freaking miserable to watch your damn product. Fantastic. I'm happy for you. You've lost me as a consistent audience because I don't watch your shit on a week-to-week basis on live television. So you're not getting my fucking rating. I guarantee you that. AEW's getting my rating because at least, even if they aren't even a fucking shred, maybe this was just a one-time only deal that got them looking great, and maybe they're going to go ahead and go down and maybe produce a shitty-ass show week after week. Who the fuck knows? But if they stay consistent to what they are, which is a professional wrestling show where they're not making a mockery out of its audience and out of the performers, and they're just giving us some kind of fucking show, and that's it, and it's not a three-ring circus, I'm okay with that. I don't care what their ratings will be, because as long as they are providing me, just speaking of me personally, everybody else, speak your mind about it. Please do. I'd be happy to hear from you. But my personal opinion is, if you're providing me something that deals with professional wrestling, not making a mockery out of your fucking audience, in the sense, I understand that a bad guy is going to make a fucking comment about the audience to strike heat and so forth, or degrade another face to strike heat that way. I understand that point of view. But to downright, week after week, make a complete mockery of the talent and the people that go to see these fucking shows, I don't support that, and I will not give you a rating by me sitting there watching this shit on television at all. Not for 1 hour. Not the first hour, second hour, third hour. Ever. When WWE starts providing us things that are noteworthy and actually gives us a reason to care, that's when I'll start watching it again. Now I won't lie, I watch the WWE Network a month behind the regular episodes to see how things are. And I've been watching since after the WrestleMania pay-per-view event in the month of April, leading up to, I did watch Monday Night Raw's episode. Monday Night Raw's episode, if you watch it, not live, but actually on the network, it's not as bad to deal with. And guess what? The best part is, you're not giving them a rating for what they're providing you on live TV. Now, granted, other people might say to me, well, then what the fuck? If you're not going to watch it live, what's the point in watching it on the network? It does come across a little bit better in the sense that you can skip it, rewind it, or skip past any other bullshit you're not interested in and just watch what you care about watching. If you want to watch a specific match with a guy that you care about watching in that match, then watch it. You don't care to watch it, you don't like that character, skip past it. It's as simple as that. You can also see and really look deep and down into what you're watching. Because watching it live, it drags my attention away from it. I look at my cell phone. I don't care what's going on the screen. But when I watch it on the network, it allows me to really pay close attention to all the weirded out mistakes that they're making within this company. Not to mention, the wrestling crowd is totally dead when these matches go on. And the only thing they got going for them right now that I've actually really enjoyed, I hope nobody disagrees with me on this, is Becky Lynch's title run as the women's champion. And here's the reason why. Watching the episodes leading up to Money in the Bank, she was not forced into putting both titles on the line. They made her come across being the person that made that decision herself, not an upper level management person that can book the match. She herself decided that's what she wanted to do. Why? Because she wanted to prove that she was a fighting champion, that no matter what, those titles weren't meant to be unified. They were meant to be defended on both brands, and she wasn't going to have one title be not defended because she was already in a title match with somebody else. Charlotte Flair demanded a match. Charlotte Flair faced Bayley in a one-on-one number one contenders match. Yes, it's very repetitive of Monday Night Raw, but my God, at least Bayley and Charlotte Flair deserve to be in a main event matchup with Becky Lynch than fucking Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans, like I said during the lead up to this freaking damn Money in the Bank pay-per-view, should be a test run. She got her test run. She was okay, but she wasn't anywhere near where she needed to be in the main event scene yet. She's got a long way to go. But she was okay. She wasn't bad. But I don't see her as somebody that deserves to be world champion right now at any point in time. She doesn't deserve to be champion next year even. She's got about 2 or 3 years to go before she's got anywhere near to that world championship for the women's division. I'm sorry. That's just me. But that's the bottom line. And that's because I said so. But yeah, at the end of the day, if you really look at this is not them really going into cahoots with each other, AEW and WWE. I see this more as Vince McMahon looking as a way out of the wrestling business while somebody else is trying to take his spot. And I think Vince McMahon's just fed up of professional wrestling. He's looking for a way out. AEW's it. I think he's going to sell the fucking company to AEW when AEW proves that when they're on TNT that they can fucking do this shit. Now, if he doesn't sell it, people, if he doesn't sell WWE to AEW after he's been doing what he's doing with the XFL after he's invested all this money, I don't know. There's only one explanation. Vince McMahon's insane. Really, he's insane. He's got something mentally wrong inside of his head. But that's just me. You guys tell me what you guys think down below on the comments. Hit the like button if you like the video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to this channel. And have a great night, guys. Bye.